Here we go. Pull the seat up and we're in. Sat in. Hello, 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 hello. Move you over a little bit. We've gone higher up today. I don't know if it's better or not. So I'm trying to sort the cameras out. What's going on, people, as you're coming in? Turn the brightness up a little bit on there. You should be able to see me a little bit better. That's all right. That's all right. Hello, LinkedIn Live. Hello, Facebook, YouTube. What's going on? Right, it's April 1st, April Fool's Day. We ain't no fools. What are we talking about today? Two things. One, if you've had a sucky week, I've got something for you. Two, April 1st, start of a new month, start of a new quarter, start of a new thing. Here's the big thing. If you're at the stage now where you're trying to think, what are you going to be doing differently in this quarter than you did last quarter, you might be a little bit behind the schedule. But that doesn't mean it's over, right? So, thanks, buddy. Yeah, if anyone didn't go out and see the episode I've done with Justin Kodakov is an amazing guy on the real estate scene. And we had a really good chat. And I'm looking to do more LinkedIn Lives, more Facebook Lives, YouTube Lives, Instagram Lives. So if you've got a business, if you've got a following, if you've got an audience and you think but a chat would be good, let me know, because we're here for this, right? I want to be at the stage now. I almost need someone to do this for me because we don't have the time to book out. Hey, Karen. Hey, Lynch. To book out my calendar for lives because I want to impact as many people as we can. And I think there's a lot of people out there that could do with a bit of help at the moment. For some people, they're finding it really easy at the minute. Other people are really finding it hard. And for those that are finding it hard, I want to really be able to help. And there's some good stuff we can be doing right now. There's a lot out there that you can be doing right now to change your week, change your month, change your quarter. And a lot of the time out there, we're not doing the little things that make a big, 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 big difference. So we're here to help with it. We've got 2 Instagram accounts now. Anyone hasn't followed Tusta, which is the Ultimate Sales Training Academy. I've suddenly realised we can go live on this one. We've never gone live on this one, so I don't know if it's going to make a dramatic difference or not. It's only a little baby account. But it's another account we're using, which gets quite a good bit of growth on there. And the thing I want to talk to people about in a minute is a couple of points. And there's a couple of things that I think we're overlooking within our businesses that can really be helping people move forward. So it's really, really important. But if you're not at the stage now that things are actually going in the right way, if things aren't moving forward for you, we've got 2 choices. We can keep doing what we've been doing, or we can make it. Has anyone else got like a drawer that just got loads of cables in? We can start doing different things and getting different results to get the business up to the next level. But a lot of the time out there, that's really what we need to be doing. For the most part, most people out there are not doing the things that we need to do to get the business to the next level. And if we're not prepared to do new things, we can't expect to be getting new results. Like, it just ain't going to happen, you lovely bunch. I can lie to you and say it'll get better, but it ain't going to. Like, if you're not holding yourself accountable now, like if you're in a bad place with your job, your career, your path, if it just isn't gelling in the way you wanted it to gel, like, it isn't the end of the world. We're going to hold that one on here, I think. Ain't going to work. It ain't the end of the world. For the vast majority of the time, the lives that we've got right now aren't lives that we've designed. They're not lives that we created. We didn't plan for this life as it's set out right now. And the big problem being, if you're living a life now but you're not loving, that's because you're doing stuff that you don't enjoy. You're doing stuff that ain't just working for you. And you don't want to spend the rest of your life doing stuff that just isn't working. If you're doing stuff now and it's not hitting a nerve, it's not doing the things you want to do, you're not getting the results you want to get, you're going to stay within 10 to 20% of that for the rest of time. So it might be painful for us to go off and change. It might be painful and difficult to go off and get new stuff. But the alternative is going to be massive regret. Imagine for the moment now, anyone who's watched my Instagram, I posted yesterday, I'm documenting the fact of me going through this health change. And I've lost 2 stone. I'm a big guy. What can I say, people? I'm a big man. But that is not an excuse for not being in great shape. So we've lost 2 stones, so we're on a good path. We're getting to the right place. We're doing the right things. But I'm not where I want to be. So answer me this. If I want to get myself in better shape, if I want to live longer, be faster, be stronger, be fitter, I can wait for things to change. But here's the big part about this. If I haven't achieved the goals I wanted to achieve with the routine I've got now, I've got to either take small incremental changes, which can work. I've got to take massive action, which can work, or I've got to do everything. I've got to do everything that I can to get to that next stage. And I'm prepared to do that. But it's not about what we're trying to do. The big positive part isn't about it. That light's really shining, isn't it? I wonder if that might be a bit better. It's because it's really bright today. Let's see if that works a little bit better. Still glary, isn't it? Okay. So Instagram Live, I'm just going to have to deal with the glare on my face. So we've got to work out, what are we prepared to do, give up, sacrifice to get to the stage we want to be at? And I think a lot of us, we're not sacrificing what we need to sacrifice. We're not going for a bit of hardship. As soon as it gets uncomfortable, we're running out, we're bailing, we're choosing not to do it. We're choosing to take the easiest path, but the easiest path doesn't get us to where we want to go. It like runs next to it. It like runs to the side of where we're trying to get to. So you can see the life that you want. You can see the things that you want. You're close to getting the things that you want, but you're just not actually getting them. And I'll tell you why it is. And this might hurt some people. When we look at what we need to do, so say you want to earn £100,000. Let's just throw that number out there. You're earning 50K now and you want to earn 100K. The big thing that we have got is we go, okay, for me to go from where I am now to 100 grand, as an example, I need to do X. But if you've never actually been to X, how do you know what it's going to take from you? How do you know what you need to do? Commit. Hey, Beju, good to see you here. Hey, Bobby. Hey, on LinkedIn, YouTube, and all that jazz. A lot of the time, we're doing best guesses. I'm at 50K. I want to get to 100K. If you've never been at 100K, how do you know exactly what you have to do to get to it? You're only guessing based off the fact of what other people have done to get there. So say I'm at 50 and I'm trying to get to 100. I look at my mate, say Beju's already at 100. I go, okay, well, Beju had to do that. Okay, but that's based on if I had exactly Beju's knowledge, skill set, belief, and all the other jazz. So a lot of the time what happens is we're here, we're trying to get to here, we guesstimate, but I've got to do this to get there. We guesstimate. So what happens is we consistently aim for this one little bit. And sometimes we under-deliver. But actually what we did was, if I do all of this, I'll get to here. But actually what we needed to do might be up here. Your effort, your commitment, your work, your skill set, your knowledge might be right up here. You might have to sacrifice a lot. It might take you longer. Look at it another way. Imagine I'm trying to walk 10 miles and I guesstimate how fast I walk. I might get there sooner, I might get there later. But if I go, oh, that'll take an hour, and after 59 minutes, I'm still 4 miles away, I've guessed the wrong speed I'm walking at, the hill, whatever it might be, the bends in the road. With our lives, if we're walking a path we have never walked before, if we're trying to do a journey we've never done before, if we're trying to go on a mission that we've never had before, and we've never achieved it, we don't know for a fact of exactly what we need to do to get to that next stage. Maybe that'll be better. Still glary, isn't it? Really glary. So we don't know exactly what we need to do to get to that stage. So if we're living our lives based on a best guess, it's hardly surprising we're not going to get there. But remember this, we've got the activity, we're doing the actions, we're doing the work, we're doing this, we're doing that. And we're doing a lot of stuff, but it doesn't mean we're doing it enough. It doesn't mean we're doing enough to get to the goal we want, because we haven't achieved the goal that we want. We've never been there before. So if we're trying to do stuff that we've never done before, what is your metric? What is your measuring stick? What is the gauge that you're using to know that what your actions you're taking is relevant to achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve? And for a lot of us out there, we're just guessing. And if all we're doing, people, is guessing at what we need to do, we can't be surprised if we don't get there. Too many people now. Tell me who, if you know there's someone who does this, drop me a little emoji or whatever. I want to lose, say, let's look at weight loss, right? I want to lose 2 stone. Have you ever lost 2 stone before? No. In the next 2 months, I want to lose 2 stone. Let's just say that as a number. All we're doing is we go, okay, cool. I might take some advice from some people. I might listen to this person. I listen to that person. What do we really do? We try and hear the things that we want to hear. Oh, well, John said do this, and Julie said do that, and Steve said do this. So I take a little bit of John, a little bit from Julie, and a bit of Steve, and we make it together to make up our own plan. If I tell you how to cook your dinner, and Julie tells you how to cook your dinner, and you take a little bit from each of us, you might end up with an absolute mess, because you've got 2 different recipes. And most of the time, we're picking the stuff out we want to pick, right? We're picking the stuff that we want to do. But just because it's something you want to do doesn't mean it's going to get you the results you want to get. And that's the big problem. We're spending so much time planning out a rough guesstimate of what is needed. And then we do this. I'm not prepared to do that. I'm not prepared to do this. I'm not going to do that. And I don't need to do this. We're not half the time an expert in what we're trying to achieve. Listen, I love the fact you're driven. I love the fact you've got goals. I love the fact that you've got an idea and a plan of what you're trying to do. Whether you're on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. We're over everywhere. I love the fact you've got the goals. But I want people to think about this. If we go and ask every person over the age of 20, right, and say over the age of 25 to 50-year-olds across the whole of the planet, do they have a goal, a dream, a vision of what they want? I reckon pretty much everyone would say they do. Every single one of those has got a goal, a dream, a vision. Now, if we're really honest, how many, percentage-wise, drop me a comment if you want to share and join in on this. How many do you think, what percentage do you think will actually achieve that goal or vision in their lifetime? Do we think 5%, 10%, 20%, 50%? Do you think 90%? I reckon 10. I reckon 10% of people will solve, get, deliver on what they've got. 30% from Karen. I like the optimism. So imagine, let's say we're right, maybe 10%. Let's go halfway between Karen and Zoe. Let's say 20%. So if we get a room now with 100 people in, 100 people in a room, 80 of all of these people have a vision, have a goal, have a dream, have an idea, have a plan. They tell their mates they're going to do it. They tell their family they're going to do it. And 80% of them, 80 out of that 100, boosh, ain't going to get it. 80 out of 100 are going to end up with regret. 80 out of 100 are going to end up with sadness. 80 out of 100 are going to feel let down. 80 of 100 are going to have all the bad stuff. Now, each one of those has the same belief that you do. Each one of those has the same dream that you do. No one's short of goals here, people. No one's short of the goals. We all want the goals. We've all got goals. But what are you prepared to give up to achieve the goals that you want? Because if all those people, 80% ain't going to achieve it, they didn't get put off because it was going well. They gave up. They got distracted. They found excuses. They found reasons. They found stuff that held them back. So what are you going to do when the shit hits the fan? What are you going to do when you start falling into the 80% category that ain't going to hit their goals. Because most people, listen, most people don't go, I give up. What does it look like for most people that don't achieve their goals? You haven't, I've got goals I haven't achieved. And why didn't I achieve them? I never woke up and went, I give up today. I went, I'll do that later. Right? I'm going to do that later. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'll make up for it tomorrow. That's where our goals disappear to. They don't disappear in one big foul swoop. Bang, goal given up. Today I'm on it, tomorrow I'm not. That's not what happens. We start breaking our word with ourselves, a 1% here and a 2% there. It gets uncomfortable and we justify it because we're such good people. We're so good at sales. We sell ourselves on the bullshit reasons, but we don't go off and achieve the stuff that we do. We start selling ourselves. Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I've been working really hard this week. So I'm going to take today off. All right, cool. That could be the one day that was needed for you to get to that level. Imagine if the marathon's what? 26.2 miles, 26, just over 26 miles, right? Imagine running 20 miles at a marathon and then giving up. That's what we do with our lives at the minute. You're doing the hard work. We're doing the training. We're doing the graft. We're staying up late sometimes. We're getting up early sometimes. We're putting all of the different things in there sometimes. But we don't know what it's going to actually take for you to break through. We're literally blindfolded, blindly guessing how far we've got to go, how much effort it's going to take, how much work we've got to put into it, how many phone calls you've got to make, how many books you've got to read, how many videos you've got to watch, how many skills you've got to learn, how many people you've got to be told no by, how many people you've got to hear no from, how many times you're going to be completely rejected, laughed at, ridiculed. In our head, we haven't achieved it, but we painted a vision. I want you all to imagine now. Imagine we're going to climb up Everest. Imagine we were going to do that. Our vision of what it is compared to the people that have been to the summit is completely different, right? It's the same with our goals, our lives, our dreams, our aspirations. It's the same thing. So if we don't know with clarity and certainty what it's going to take to achieve the life that we want to have, we have to do everything. Otherwise, you're leaving it to chance. You can't just wing it. If we haven't achieved what we wanted to achieve yet, the likelihood is our mindset, our actions, and our skill sets are not adequate enough for us to go off and do it. So if you right now are not achieving your goals, if the last 5 goals you decided you were going to do, you didn't complete them, you need to become an absolute servant to the process, not to your vision. You have to write down, what are my big excuses? What are my reasons? What stopped me? Do that today. The reason I didn't achieve my goal of X was this. The reason I didn't lose the weight, the reason I didn't close the deals, write down all the reasons. Now, next time when you set your goal, when this reason happens, this is what I'm going to do. When I'm tired, this is what I'm going to do. When I say I'm tired, this is what I'm going to do. When I say I'm not going to do this, this is what I'm going to think. When I feel sad, this is the video that makes me smile. When I get upset, this is a song that boosts me back up. You've got to go off and have these things. You can't go into a boxing match and say, I'm never going to get hit. I'm going to be so fast. I'm going to be so fast. No one's going to hit me. Everyone in a boxing match is going to get hit. Mike Tyson famously said, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. What do you do when you get punched in the face, metaphorically speaking, in business? Because you lot can fuck around as much as you want. We can all sell ourselves on the vision, the dreams, the stories. I've got a client call today. And the guy said, yeah, well, listen, the industry's going for a bit of a tough racket. He had 180 grand last year. Top person in his firm done 400K. Yeah, it's a bit different. No, it's not. We fucking gave up. And we've got to want it bad enough to go off and do it. Because the bullshit's going to come in our way. The excuses are going to come our way. There's always going to be something that's going to come in our direction, that's going to hold us back, pull us back. There's going to be people that fucking doubt us. Fuck them. There's going to be people that ridicule you. Fuck them. There's going to be people that don't believe in you. But when you do succeed, you know what all these people are going to do? Tell everyone how they fucking met you. The problem is, if you listen to them now, they'll always say that they didn't believe in you. I knew you couldn't do this, and I knew you couldn't do that, and I knew you couldn't do this, and you knew you couldn't do that. It's only when you fucking achieve it that the people are going to listen to you and tell everyone how they heard you, how they met you. Every fucker doubts on me. Fuck you, I don't care. Good. And we can use that pain as something to hold us back or to propel us forward. The same fuel we use to burn our fucking fires can burn your fucking house down. What do you want to use the fire for? Most people have got the goals that you have. So if your goal now is you want to get X house, someone else wants to buy that house. What are you going to do differently to push those fucking people back? Everyone's waiting for it to be fucking easier. Oh, yeah, well, listen, when the market gets better, I'll do this. Fuck that. Do it now. If you can learn to sail in the storm, you're going to be great when the weather's fine, right? Good weather didn't make great sailors. So if your industry is going through a tough time right now, good. Get the fuck on with it. If your industry isn't suffering, okay. If you work for a shit company, change jobs. If you don't want to make the calls, make the fucking calls. If you don't want to follow up, follow up. No one's asking you to do what you want to do. If we have got the whole country, the whole world, and everyone's got the same goals as you, everyone's got the same dream as you, same fucking Lambo, or whatever the goals are you've got, we've got to be able to go off and do something differently from the masses. Because if 80% of people ain't going to hit their fucking goals, and you're listening to the 80%. Imagine if I can't shoot. If I can't shoot, if I've never shot a 3-point shot, imagine if I've stood on the line and I've shot 100 baskets and I've never shot a 3-point shot. And then you step up and you take the ball off me and went, I'm going to fucking do that. What's my reaction going to be? Nah, mate, you ain't going to do that. It's impossible. I've been doing it 100 shots. Now, if you do 2 shots and it don't go in and you go, yeah, it is pretty shit, actually. All you're doing is getting pulled in by my negativity, my lack of skill, my lack of commitment. You need to stand on the fucking line. You need to get the fucking ball and you need to throw it at the fucking hoop. And if you can't get it in, change the way you throw the ball, change your positioning, change your angle, change your process, change everything. But listening to someone else who can't throw the ball isn't going to help you. And when you step off the court, all you will have is doubt that you should have tried harder, should have tried more, should have done more. And a lot of people are going to end up at 70 where they're absolutely fuming that they haven't done the fucking work. And when we get old and our bodies don't work properly, we'll be like, oh yeah, I wish I could go back in time and change this. Now, if you're happy in your life and you're happy with exactly what you've got, good for you. I'm not telling everyone that they should go off and fucking work harder, try harder. If you sit at home and you sit in the garden with a beer tonight or a glass of wine or a glass of Prosecco and you're over the moon with your life, don't listen to me. But if you want more from your life, if you look in the mirror in the morning and go, another day. If you go to bed at night going, fuck, I should have tried harder. If you get off a sales call and you're like, I should have said this and I should have said that. And if you're going to beat yourself up, or if you go home and lie to your partner, oh yeah, today was real hard. Yeah, I really grafted. And you didn't. That's because deep down you wanted to do more. So instead of fucking beating ourselves up, we just got to do the work. We just got to go out and do the very thing that worries us, scares us, we're fearful of. Because it consumes us or we control it. So it either consumes us or it empowers us. So if you've got something right now that scares you in your fucking job or you suck at it, make it yours. If you suck at picking up a phone call, go and phone 1,000 people in the next month. Sounds scary, right? Good. What do you think will happen after 1,000 phone calls? It's going to be less fearful. If you can't shoot a hoop, go to the court every day. I will go to a court every single day and I don't leave till I've done 10 3-pointers. It's raining. Still going. Windy. Still going. There's people on the court. I'll wait till they finish. There will always be excuses that get thrown in front of us that are going to pull you away from your goals and your dreams and what you want. Otherwise, it'd be a shopping list. Your goals are your goals because they're out of reach. We realize that, right? Our goals are our goals because they are out of reach. Otherwise, you'd already have them. Otherwise, it would be a shopping list. No one's writing out a goal. I'm going to buy a pretzel from Marks and Spencer's. It's a shopping list because it's easy reach. A goal is something which you are aiming towards, which is outside of your current reach. So it's outside our current reach. To get to it, we have to have a movement towards the goal. That means we have to move from where we are right now. We have to do actions away from where we are right now. And if you're not prepared to do the action, stop setting the goal. But actually, if you want to have the goal, work out what is my first step. If I want to shoot a 3-point shot, what's the first thing I need to do? Pick a fucking ball up. If you've never held a ball before, hold a ball. See how it moves. Okay, what next? Find a hoop. Throw it at the hoop. Be prepared to miss 100 times. Start thinking about how much power I need, how much aim I need. Too much power, too little power, too far left, too far right. I'm not aiming high enough, I'm aiming too high. What will happen if I keep doing that every single day? There's a great phrase. If you spend enough time in the barbershop, eventually you'll get a trim. Most of us are not spending enough time in the barbershop. Most of us are not spending enough time in the very place we're trying to be to become the person we need to become to get the goals that we're trying to achieve. We're visiting like it's the bloody zoo. We need to go off and take it more seriously. Because if you don't take it seriously, someone else is going to hire us to go off and build their dreams. Satin and Matt, Satin and Pete. Someone else will help you, right? If you don't do this for yourself, someone else will recruit you, pay you less money to get you to build their dreams instead. And right now, you're building someone's dreams. Right now, you're either building someone else's dreams or you're building your own. Or your fucking business is going to go under. So think of it right now. Whose dreams have you worked on this month? If you work in a company, you might have worked on yours a bit and you've worked on the person you work for. And that's why they pay you the wages they pay you, to help them build their goals, build their vision, build their dreams. If you've got your own business, you're choosing to build your dreams, but you can't sit in the middle ground. If you're going in to do your own business, you've got to do the uncomfortable shit to do it. Or get paid a wage by someone else and they're going to help you. But either way, if you're going to have a goal, how are you going to get to the goal? I ain't getting into the NBA by spinning a ball on my finger terribly. But if I want to become a basketball player, what's the best thing I should do? Get on the court. Too many people we listen to are sat on the sidelines, sat in the benches, never stepped on the fucking court in their life, judging us on what we can and cannot achieve based on the shit that they can or cannot do, based on their limiting beliefs. And in the same way that when you pull a crab out of a bucket, the other fuckers pull them out, they do that to you. Because their biggest fear is that you achieve your goals. Their biggest fear is that someone else might call bullshit on their reasons that they didn't do it. And they'll put more energy into convincing you can't do it than they put into even trying to achieve the goal. You've got to think about this. Go off and do something today. Go and do something that scares the living shit out of you. And keep doing it and keep repeating it and keep repeating it and keep repeating it. And anytime someone tells you can't do it, tell them. This is why I always think. Someone says you can't do it, that means you're on their radar. That means you're trying something new. Anytime my mum used to be, "I'll be careful up there," it's normally because I was at a limit that I'd never been at before or they'd never been at. No one tells you to be careful in a place you're completely safe. No one walks in while you're watching TV, go, "Careful on that sofa." You sat down. So if someone's telling you to be careful, someone's telling you to watch out, someone's telling you that's risky, someone's telling you might fail, that means you're at their limit. You're at the top of their scope. You're on the top of their Everest. But to you, this might just be the ledge to the next Everest. So if you hear someone tell you can't do it, know that you're at their capacity. You're at their vision, at their maximum level that they achieved before they fucking gave up. So when you hear them say to you, you can't do this, this is dangerous, this will fail, realize you are soaring higher than their vision. So now you need to find someone else who's gone to that next level so you can hear how they got there. Because if you listen to those people, you will only go to their level. They used to have flea circuses. Don't know if anyone's ever heard about this. And they get the tub and they put the fleas in there and they jump between levels. And that's because, say if I've got my hand here and the flea's here, the flea will jump up and hit the ceiling. And eventually, if I take the lid away, the flea will still jump to the ceiling height. But it's because it's conditioned to jump to that height. But if I brought that ceiling down lower, it would jump to that height. And eventually I'd move it and it will stay there. And we're the same. Our ceiling limit has been set by our experiences. So what limitations have been set on you? And are you going to take the fucking roof off it to go off and actually achieve the shit you want to do? Because you can't do it with the limit, with the lid on this high. If your goals are here, but your limitations are here, you're fucked. So how are you going to break through? What is breaking through going to look like? For most people, it's going to be really uncomfortable, loads of failure, loads of people doubting you. So if you've got people doubting you, good. That means you're doing something that they can't do. If you've got people saying this won't work, good. That means you're breaking out. If you want to get to the top 1% in your life, the top 10% in your life, that means you have to do. So let's say you want to become a top 10%, top 10% of earners. To get in the top 10%, you've got to do actions that the other 90% are not doing. You've got to have beliefs that the other 90% don't have. You've got to have actions that are being taken consistently that the other 90% don't do. That means if you're a room of 10 people, 9 of those people won't have achieved it. That means 9 of those people won't have the same vision and action it's needed to get there. You need to find the one who has. And if you don't find the one, you'll get brought down by the 9. That's what we've got to do. I'm out for today. Go and smash your week. It's 12 o'clock UK time. If you're in the UK right now, even if you only work till 4 and you finish early, that's 4 hours, but you can work on your fucking life, your goals. Go and fuck up some stuff. Go out there now and phone every person that you've ever spoke to in the last week and phone up, but didn't buy from you, and phone up and say, hey, listen, you didn't get the best of me the other day. I wanted to give you a call because you didn't get the best of me the other day. I was tired. I was limited. I was feeling crap. But today I'm on fire and I realize this. Actually, I can fucking help you. Don't swear, probably. And I wanted to come back to you because I had a thought about what you said to me the other day about X. And I wanted to put something past you. Would that be all right? What's the worst case scenario? They hang up on you. They already have. They say no. They already have. So if they say no to you again, you're in exactly the same place you are now. You just made a little bit of effort. But just imagine for a minute. Imagine they say yes. Fuck. Imagine they say yes. What is that going to do to that fucking lid? It's going to break through. And what's going to happen if we break through this barrier? Now our ceiling limit of belief has been raised. That's so important for you guys. The same barrier that you think is holding you back can be removed in one conversation. That one fucking glimmer of hope, that one deal, that one conversation, that one person who believes in you. But no one's going to come. Oh, hi, here you've got some goals you haven't achieved. Would you like me to give them to you? It's not going to happen. So it's going to take you going out and doing the fucking thing that you haven't done yet. Go have a good day. See you later.